somebody, let somebody climb, some people climb up in here real quick. We gonna see. Let some people climb on in here before I get started. Is that you? Mm-hmm. We gonna see. Welcome in, Shalom. I ain't gonna be long. I'm gonna be real quick. I'm just giving some time real quick. Y'all give me some shouts. Let me know what's up. I think that, of course, bless you, Shalom, Shalom, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, Shalom, Shalom. Hallelujah. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to get into this conversation here in a minute. I'm just giving it a moment real quick for, some people to get into the stream. I think for everybody that's here so far, right, that you guys know, of course, Brother Mike has dropped a couple videos so far, which I haven't really quite listened to. One of the videos, I probably listened to about 10 minutes of it. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? It is extremely unfortunate. It is extremely unfortunate, yo. I just got done watching Pastor Rufus's broadcast, and let me tell you this real quick. That, when I'm watching his broadcast, and like I said, regardless on what I said in regards to my video that I made, right? Regardless on what I said in my video that I made, the one that was titled True Peacemaker, right? Regardless on what I said in regards to Pastor Rufus, regardless, uh, I still love Pastor Rufus for who he is, for what he stands for. Because guess what? My thing is this, right? That man right there. And in my journey throughout the scripture, you know what I mean, throughout Torah, um, he has been somebody who has been a part of my journey in a major way. Like when I tell you that Pastor Rufus, when I first got at two straightway and like Pastor Rufus, I was just thinking about this today. But this is how the spirit work, y'all. The spirit works so crazy like that to where today, can you turn that light on for me? Today, I was just thinking about straightway, right? And I was just thinking about Pastor Dow. I was just thinking about a lot of different things with straightway. And I was like, you know what? There are some things that I learned at straightway that were good teachable tools that I received. They were, but despite the wickedness, right? One thing that Pastor Dow definitely taught me: read a little bit before, read a little bit after, right? And so taking that with me is something. And my thing is this, right? I know how wicked straightway truly is, and I'm still exposing straightway, and I'm still on the job. I promise you. But what I want to say is this, right? I love Pastor Rufus for the simple fact that you see the display of love and affection that he has, and not only patience but meekness, right? Regardless on what I said on that video, he knew that I was talking from a place of pain, right? Of being bothered by or disturbed by the situation that took place over there, born again. Now, let me tell you this much, right? Man, when people are wicked, it brings the worst out of folks. When I was over there on that chat room for born again, it brought the worst out of me. You know why? Because I saw all these people that was doing railing accusations, was false accusing, wouldn't let a man speak, doing all these other things, and it brought me to a place of anger. But I want to say this, right? What I want to say is that um, when Yeshua saw people doing what he was doing, right? When Yeshua saw people and he noticed that these individuals were were misusing the saints, when he saw that they were in the marketplace selling on the Sabbath, when he saw that they were money changers in there and they were fleecing the flock, making them pay higher prices on sacrifice for lambs and things like that, what did Yeshua do? What did Yeshua do? He formed cordage. He beat them people. He chased out the money changers. It brought him to a place of anger. I say one word. I said, block moderators. We ain't got time for this, Nicholas. Blocking. Anyways, I said one word. I said, I'm on your ass. Ass is in the Bible, y'all. But either way, my thing is this, right? Yeshua was angry. He got mad. He started calling the scribes and Pharisees hypocrites. He started rebuking the scribes and Pharisees, said they were full of dead man's bones and hypocrisies, all of that. Workers of iniquity, workers of evil. He went off on the scribes and the Pharisees who were elders. What I'm saying here is this, right? Is that with MYKE, he dropped a couple of videos, right? Bless him. Bless MYKE. You know what I'm saying? I love that brother. I love that brother. And my thing is this, right? What I said in regards to him in my video and dressing it to him. Listen, I meant it. And honestly, I meant it in a way as to where I thought it would be constructive for him. But I'm seeing that sometimes you got elders who are going to be childish. They're going to receive things on a level that is not going to be mature. I said something about Pastor Rufus. And guess what? We talked in text and shared and all kinds of stuff from that day moving forward. You understand what I'm saying? He understood where I was coming from. He understood how I felt. He may have disagreed with having to defend me, right? Which I don't believe he should have had to defend me. What I was saying is that as an elder, check the other elder before I have to, right? And then that's my position. Is as an elder, check the other elders. Don't give them some accolades, tell him that he's great or whatever it may be, but check him like, yo, this was not a good broadcast, man. Something, right? But I didn't think he had to defend me. I believe that, I can hold my own, and that's what it is. But what I'm saying is this, right? Is that when we're dealing with a situation like this in Israel, you got two videos that Mike dropped, and he's talking about certain things. And unfortunately, in the things that he's speaking about, it's unfortunate that I got so many receipts that, I'm just trying to determine whether I really should bring these receipts out and start to, here we go. I'm dealing with another elder. Now I'm dealing with MYKE. Now MYKE is saying what he's saying, but he's way off the mark. And he's talking about things that's, not even important. He's talking about things, and asking me about things that's not important to the situation. Totally off topic. Um, my disappointment with MYKE is that he completely threw me away. Even though I may have gotten upset, he completely threw me away. He said I need to lose his number. Don't call him, lose my number. That means that he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. But what he made it seem like in that video was that, he just put me in what he called timeout. That's not putting nobody in timeout. That's telling them that you don't want nothing to do with them no more. And so my thing is this, right? I'm gonna ask MYKE this question, and we're gonna go ahead and close this out because dealing with MYKE, and since he did say, I'm gonna ask him two questions right now, and I'm hoping that he answer these questions for me. Okay, so when you say, my first question, MYKE, when you say lose my number, don't call me, does that not mean that you're done with me? That you've washed your hands with me, you walked away from the situation, and you want nothing else to do with me? Chat, if you can, put a W in the chat if you believe it means that. If you don't, let me know. You know what I'm saying? But if you said lose your number, I'm, you're washing your hands with me. You're not dealing with me no more, right? Okay, so where is that at in the book? Is what I would like to know. Where is that at in the book? Where's to where we can deal with each other like that? Where's to where we won't take the time out to try to at least pour into it, or try to find out both sides of what was going on, or try to get down, at least first make a diligent inquiry before we made any rash decisions. Knowing that's not my character, knowing that's not me, why wouldn't you reach out to me and call me first and ask me some questions? That's my first question, right? My second question is this. What's my second question? My second question is, okay, so that's my first question. Um, what was that? Right. It hit you up and let you know how I'm doing. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But my second question is why not just call me? When I'm calling you, why not just call me back and try to get me on the phone and talk to me before making videos, before doing what you're doing? You put it out there publicly that you want nothing else to do with me. And so that right there, I put my message out. You wouldn't pick up my phone calls. I called you multiple times. I sent you a text message. You would not pick up the call. You wouldn't answer me. I put my video out. Now you're putting videos out. Okay. Why not just call me? And as an elder, as an elder, so to speak, where's your level of patience, enough love, right? Where's your level of patience, the level of love? So, I mean, we were on the phone for a few days. My thing is this, right? I personally, like I said, I got receipts. I got a lot of them. And if I don't get a phone call from Mike, before, I'm gonna give it a few days. Let me see. I'm gonna give him a few days before. If I don't get a call from Mike before first day, I'm going to go ahead and use every receipt that I got. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to allow the people to decide what type of person he is, what type of man he is, what his character is. Um, I need him to show me in a book where it says that you're able to just cut somebody off without making diligent inquiry. And if he is just cutting people off willy nilly, how's that make him different than Dow? Right? I want him to show me in a book because yes, if you're breaking the law, if you're not keeping the book with your brother, you not know Hebrew, you not know Israelite, you not none of that. And also, I got a question about who are all these people you talking about who gossiped with you? And I'm going to make it very clear as to what type of person you truly are because I got plenty of receipts in regards to this. And I'm glad you mentioned it in your videos. I'm glad you mentioned everything that you did because it's going to prove my case all the way to its highest effect. And I don't mind that. You know what I mean? I don't mind that. But we can go receipt for receipt. And my thing is that I'm so happy that you mentioned everything that you said in your videos because now I got the perfect opportunity to prove my case against you if you don't call me. And my thing is that I didn't want to do this. This is not how far I wanted to go with this. I was expecting my elder as Elder Mike, I was expecting him to reach out to me, show me some compassion, some love, just as many elders has already done in my life. But my thing is this, right? I'm used to people who the people he talk about, the people he says that are from Michigan, the people that are from Texas, the people that are from various different states, right? I'm used to these people making certain judgmental accusations, whatever it may be. But one thing that they fail to do, right, is tell them how much of a blessing that I've been in their life. And my thing is this. My thing is this, right? Is that even though that they may mention these things, none of them have ever brought it to me. This is what I'm saying when it comes to gossip, when it comes to all these different things in straight way. I've never heard this stuff. I've never heard it brought to me. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I really want them to if just call me. Just call me. I called you four or five times since you hadn't picked up my phone calls. I haven't listened to your voice messages because I want to talk to you over the phone, man to man. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I want. But I'm so glad that you said what you said in your videos because, like I said, I'm gonna bring my receipts, pull my receipts, and hopefully we can show each other some love afterwards, knowing that we we're both in the wrong, knowing that you didn't keep the book, knowing that I apologized to the people for the way that I lost my cool, and you still ain't keeping the book with me. Knowing what the things that I said about you in the live stream yesterday, I even still said that you had your wrench, and I still love you. I still said those things. You know what I'm saying? Even though, um, but you're not keeping the book with me. So I can't consider you to be my brother because you're not keeping the law with me. So my thing is this, right? At the end of the day, I want an understanding. I want to be sure that we're coming to a peaceful resolution, that we're not going to be sitting here. And my thing is this, I want everybody to know that these situations happen, they take place. Think about Ringo, think about Rollo, think about how New Breed and Ringo start getting into it after a while. Don't think that this is witchcraft? You don't think that this ain't witchcraft? You don't think that there ain't nobody trying to cast nothing out here to make us argue or fight or bicker amongst each other? You don't think that that's what this is? I know that this is what it is. This is the reason why we're having outs and disputes like this. You know why? Because of the simple fact that patience is nothing. It's not. People ain't keeping the book. Mike's not keeping the book with me. It's a distraction right now, and we need to get back on task to what's really important. Unifying Israel is the most important thing. All of this bickering about little small stuff when it comes to oh this and oh that and stuff that's not salvific issues is of the flesh. I want to get into the spirit. I want to get to the spiritual things, the spiritual aspects, and I'm going to get into saving souls. That's what I want to get into. But I also want to be sure that the individuals who have played a part in my life, and he mentioned something about the numbers, and listen, I'm so glad he mentioned everything he said in his live streams and in his videos, because y'all are going to be shocked by the person I revealed to you. You're going to be like, wow, I can't believe he did this. I can't believe that he took this approach with you. And I'm expecting him to be a mature man with me. I'm expecting him to call me. I'm expecting him to hit me up. I called him at least 5 or 6 times. I want to get back to the spiritual aspects of things. I want to get back to y'all's the true work that's supposed to go forth. That's what I want to get back to. But this right here, I don't really have a whole lot of time for the little petty questions that he had. I'm sorry, I can't answer those for you. But you can speculate all you want. You can speculate, you can guess, whatever you like to do, please do it. You're more than welcome. I want to handle the weightier matters, okay? I want to adjudicate the weightier matters. Let's get to the bottom of things. Just call me. Keep the book with your brother, with your younger brother. Show me how it's done, right? Because I tried to call you. I'm not listening to your voice memos. I'm not listening to none of that. I want you to call me. I want you to get on that phone with me. I want you to be a man, and I want you to get on the phone and call me. That's what I want you to do. Because in Karatazar's live stream, you said lose your number. You said lose your number. You said don't call you, and you basically washed your hands with me. That's what that is. That's a washing of the hands of Brother Barak. You don't know. We don't want nothing else to do with me because I said I'm on your ass to Karatazar. You're